Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and warm greetings to everyone. Today, I, Nirasha Zairi binti Sarizan, will be presenting a speech on a definition by a specific example speech. Without further ado, let's get started. Imagine a student just received an email saying, "Congratulations, you have been accepted." Everyone around them congratulate. Their parents are proud, their friends keep on saying, "You deserve this." But instead of feeling happy, they feel anxious. They feel like they made a mistake. These students study so hard, not because they wanted to improve, but because they are afraid that one day people will find out that they don't deserve here. So this experience is not laziness. It is also not low intelligence, but it is known as imposter syndrome. So today, I will define imposter syndrome by using a specific example that explains and shows that what it truly feels like. Let me introduce you to Irene. She is a high achieving student. She always get good grades, she participates in class, she also been accepted to a competitive program. From the outside, we can say that Irene looks confident and capable. But internally, she feels like an actor playing a role. Every compliment makes her uncomfortable, and every success feels temporary. When she scores well, she feels like, oh, it's just luck. When she struggles, even a little, she feels like she believes that those are just a proof that she never uh, deserved to be in there at the first place. Instead of celebrating success, Irene feels pressure. Instead of confidence, she feels fear. So, this is the first key sign that shows an imposter syndrome, which is the inability to accept one's achievement. As time passes, this imposter syndrome begins to shape Irene's behavior. She studies longer than necessary, not because she wanted to learn, but because she wanted to avoid failure. She also begins to afraid to ask to other people, like lecturers or friends, because she afraid that other people will find out that she is not smart enough. And she also compares herself constantly with other people, highlighting only other people's strength and her weakness. So, ironically, the harder she works, the more exhausted she becomes. This creates a dangerous cycle. Fear leads to overworking, overworking leads to stress, and stress leads to self-doubt. So even though Irene succeeds on anything, these feelings doesn't just disappear like that. This shows that an imposter syndrome is not caused by lack of ability, but it is a distorted perception of one's own competence. Through our experience, we can now understand about what an imposter syndrome truly is. Imposter syndrome is a psychological pattern in which capable students doubt their own achievement and live in a constant fear of being exposed as a fraud, despite of a clear evidence of their own success. It is important to note that imposter syndrome doesn't only affect on weak students, but it often affect on high achieving students, on perfectionists, and those who really wanted to do well. So this example of Irene, that imposter syndrome, exposed that it often hide behind success and not failure. Imposter syndrome matters because it always invisible. People suffering from this imposter syndrome often look successful, calm, and confident on the outside, but internally they feel anxious, undeserving, and alone. If these symptoms left unrecognized, it can lead to chronic stress, burnout, lost motivation, and also mental health struggles. So, understanding this concept helps us become more compassionate, not only toward to other people, but also toward ourselves. Let us return to the students from the beginning. The email was real, the achievement was real, and the success also real. The only thing that is not real is their belief that they don't deserve it. Through the example of Irene, we see that imposter syndrome is not about being unqualified, but it is about feeling unworthy. By recognizing this imposter syndrome, we can replace the self doubt with self awareness and fear with self acceptance. Because sometimes the hardest person to convince that we are enough is ourselves. Thank you.